Today, we bring you a detailed update on the escalating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. Tensions began rising sharply in early October 2024, and on October 13th, Hezbollah launched a significant drone attack on an Israeli military base, killing 4 soldiers and wounding 7 others. This has been one of the deadliest attacks by Hezbollah since the fighting started intensifying last month. In retaliation, Israel has responded with heavy airstrikes across Lebanon and Gaza. On October 14th, Israeli airstrikes targeted a residential building in northern Lebanon, killing 18 civilians in Aita, a village in the Christian-majority Garda district, far from Hezbollah's main areas of control. In Gaza, an Israeli airstrike hit a school that was being used as a shelter, killing at least 20 people, including children, according to local hospitals. Hezbollah fighters and Israeli forces have also been involved in fierce clashes in the border village of Aita al-Shaab in southern Lebanon. Hezbollah has used machine guns, rockets, and artillery in these battles. The group also launched a missile at an Israeli troop carrier, intensifying the violence in the area. This conflict is quickly spreading beyond Lebanon and Gaza. On October 14th, Israel's military intercepted 2 drones coming from Syria, marking a new front of potential concern. Meanwhile, Israel's military reported several projectiles fired from Lebanon, which were successfully intercepted. International reactions have been swift. The United Nations has urgently called for ceasefires in both Lebanon and Gaza to prevent the situation from spiraling into a broader regional conflict. UN refugee chief Filippo Grandi emphasized that only a ceasefire backed by a peace process could end the cycle of violence. The conflict is also drawing in major world powers. The UK announced sanctions on top Iranian military leaders after Iran's missile attack on Israel on October 1st, where Iran fired 200 missiles in retaliation for the killing of Iranian-aligned militant leaders. The US has responded by sending a THAAD missile defense system to Israel, along with American troops to operate it, as part of efforts to reinforce Israel's defenses following these attacks. China has also called for restraint, urging all parties involved to avoid further escalating tensions, particularly between Israel and Iran. Meanwhile, civilian casualties are mounting. In addition to the 20 deaths at the school in Gaza, Israeli airstrikes in other parts of Gaza have killed and injured dozens more. A strike on a hospital tent camp killed 4 people and left many with severe burns. Across the region, civilians are suffering as the violence shows no signs of slowing down. Hezbollah continues to clash with Israeli forces along the Lebanon-Israel border, and Israeli tanks have even been reported targeting UN peacekeeping missions in Lebanon, adding to the tensions. Calls to protect UN peacekeepers in Lebanon have come from various countries, including Austria and Spain, as well as the UN itself, which said that attacks on peacekeepers are a violation of international law and may constitute war crimes. As this conflict continues, the world is watching closely, hoping for a ceasefire that could lead to peace talks. But for now, the situation remains highly volatile, and the risk of further escalation is very real. We'll keep you updated with more details as this crisis develops.